everyone, it's Tammy Mastroberte with Elevated Existence, and today I want to talk to you about some out-of-the-box meditation options. So, if we're looking to awaken our spirits and elevate our lives, which I think if you're watching this, you probably are, then the first step to that is really some type of meditation. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, I already got that. I meditate every day. I do my 20 minutes or 40 minutes. I have a solid meditation practice. That's awesome. But I'm still going to give you a couple of things that you might be able to incorporate into your daily life. Others might be saying, oh, not a meditation video. I can't meditate. I've tried to meditate, or I don't have the time to meditate, or I just can't sit still for 20 minutes and turn my brain off. This is going to help you. I'm going to give you some examples of these out-of-the-box ways that can kind of get you into making meditation work for you. So first of all, why? Why should you even do this? Well, absolutely meditation raises your vibration. I remember hearing Esther Hicks, who channels the collective consciousness known as Abraham, those of you who might be familiar with the Abraham books. I remember her saying once, the best thing about meditation, and this was Abraham speaking, the best thing about meditation is it neutralizes your vibration. So if you're vibrating at a lower vibration, it kind of brings you back up to neutral so you can raise yourself. So that's the first thing, is that it instantly will bring you back up. The second thing, of course, is that you're connecting to your source. You're connecting to your own soul. You're connecting to that higher power. In between those millions of thoughts, there's those stillness moments that we have that we can reconnect. The other thing is, if you're trying to heal your body in any type of way, if for any reason and any ailment that you might have, the best thing you can do, there's a best-selling author, Lisa Rankin. There's so many different people who talk about this when they talk about healing. The best thing to do is put your body into that relaxation response, because that's where the self-healing will happen. Activating that parasympathetic nervous system and that relaxation response and getting out of that stress response is where your body begins to heal. So that's another benefit of doing different types of meditation. Of course, you're going to relieve stress. You're going to lower that reaction time of when you go from 0 to 100 really, really fast when something aggravates you. You're going to decrease anxiety and the host of benefits that physically you have on your body, like lowered blood pressure and changing the neural pathways in your brain and so many different things. There's a million different benefits. But again, it doesn't always have to be, oh my gosh, I have to sit down for 20 minutes or I have to sit down for 40 minutes and try and quiet my mind. That isn't always the goal of what you're trying to do, and there are other ways to do it. So I want to share some of them with you now. The first thing that you can do that might be a little bit out of the box is, what if you just committed to meditating or doing some type of mindfulness 1 minute every hour? So that's 60 seconds every hour. You can set an alarm on your phone. There's a thing called the mindfulness bell that you can download the app, or you can download the app to your computer. There's a best-selling author his name is Mark Waldman, and I've interviewed him many times. He's been guests on our annual summits, and he is a neuroscience researcher he's the best when it comes to telling you what really works to change the brain, what really works and gives you the impact that you're looking for in your life. And he wrote a book called How God Changes Your Brain, which Oprah Winfrey had picked as one of her top books a couple of years ago. And he is the go-to guy when it comes to mindfulness and bridging that science and spirituality. And he said that through all the research that had been done and that he had seen, by taking 60 seconds every hour of your day, it doesn't have to be, from 6 a.m. to midnight, but, taking, let's say you do it 8 to 10 hours a day if you can, and you set that mindfulness bell. It has the same effect, the same brain-changing effects that sitting down for 20 minutes or 40 minutes or more has. That is amazing for those of you who are struggling with that 20 minutes. And for those of you who already have an awesome meditation practice, why not add this into your day and take those moments to boost your vibration every hour? So what do you do during those 60 seconds that you have, right? There's so many different options that you can do. You can just sit, you can close your eyes, and you can follow your breath for 60 seconds. You can feel how it feels for your chest to go up and down, or the breath to go in and out of your nose. You can repeat an affirmation. Maybe you're working on some type of a goal, and you can sit and you can close your eyes and you can repeat that affirmation for 60 seconds. You can repeat a mantra for 60 seconds. There's so many different ways you can Mark Waldman talks about just kind of slowly rolling your neck and paying attention to where all the tension is for 60 seconds. Do you know how slow you have to roll your neck to do that? And another tip that he gives that is so cool is called mindful yawning. So, do you know how good it feels when you yawn just once? Like your whole body, like everything just seems to kind of relax when you yawn. Well, what if you made yourself yawn like 5 times in a row during those 60 seconds? Do you know how relaxed your body would be? Try that even before you start to meditate. Those of you who struggle with meditation, force yourself to yawn a few times and then try and kind of go into a meditation. It makes a big difference. We had so many people write in after I interviewed him about that, saying that mindful yawning made such a big difference. One woman actually swears she got a job interview from it, and she wrote in saying that she was stressed out and she decided to do the mindful yawning before the job interview, and she went in and nailed it and got the job, and she knows it was from the mindful yawning. So that's another thing. So there's so many different things you can do during those 60 seconds. But for those of you who say you don't have time or you struggle, this is fantastic. And again, anybody can really add that in, even if you already have a meditation practice. The second tip I'm going to give you is, what if you meditated for 3 minutes 3 times a day? This meditation method is called 3x3 meditation, and it's taught by Dina Proctor. She's an author of the best-selling book, Madly Chasing Peace, How I Went from Hell to Happy in 9 minutes a day. And again, what her story was really is that she was a recovering alcoholic, and her coach was telling her she really needed to meditate, and she really struggled. She couldn't sit there for more than 3 minutes without like jumping out of her skin. She couldn't do it. So she said, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to break it up. So she started doing it in 3-minute segments because that's what her body could handle. And she started seeing benefits from it. So then she really started diving into it and realized, again, just like I said with the 1 minute every 60 seconds, you're getting the same benefits even if you break up that meditation. That's a huge thing that science is now showing us. So what if you just did 3 minutes 3 times a day? So when you first wake up, maybe on your lunch hour, maybe right before dinner, or right before you go to bed. Can you spare 3 minutes 3 times a day to reconnect yourself? And she has a host. If you go to her website, there's so many different actually guided meditations that you can purchase that are for different things for 3 minutes 3 times a day. But again, you can do any of those things that I told you to do in the 60 seconds for those 3 minutes as well. Big difference. And again, for those of you who struggle with especially time, the 3 minutes 3 times a day is going to help you. And then the last thing is really it's a technique called release meditation technique. Now, this is something you can do for 60 seconds. You can do for the 3 minutes 3 times a day. You can do it for 20 minutes. You can do it for however long you want. But it's a mantra, and this I learned from the best-selling author Brendan Bouchard. And he talks about this release meditation technique, and it's the easiest thing to do, especially if you're just starting out. All you need to do is repeat the mantra, release, release, to yourself over and over again, of course, eyes closed, and you're going to keep repeating it. What I like about this mantra is that the word release, like think about it, when you say release, your body just wants to relax. And that's exactly what it does. So so it gives you that mantra to focus on, so that you're focusing on one thing and trying to quiet the mind a little bit. And then it also is kind of giving your body this trigger to relax, and you find your muscles relaxing, you find your breath relaxing, you find your face relaxing, and the mantra really helps with that. So I always say try that. And for those of you who are listening, I decided to give away a recording that I did. I recorded a 3-minute release meditation technique audio, and it has some music in the background, and you can use it. You can download it right below this video if you click on the link, and that way you can try it out, and you can try out that 3-minute technique, and you can use it 3 times a day again, or as many times as you want, or you can just do it once a day, whatever you really want to do with it, to kind of get yourself going and try that release meditation technique. I wanted to give that to you to kind of get you going. And again, if you already have an awesome meditation practice, this is still great. I know I personally love to do things during the day in addition to my regular meditation practice, because it boosts your vibration throughout the day. It reconnects you throughout the day. And that's really what we're all trying to do, is kind of maintain that connection. So I hope this helps you. Be sure to download that free 3-minute meditation. Let me know if you guys have any other tips and tricks that you use. I always love to hear from you, and I will definitely see you next time.